Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we are at Broadway at the beach. This is a huge entertainment, dining, all kinds of fun stuff, shopping, rides, so much to do here. It's over a mile all the way around, all kinds of fun stuff around this lake. We are going to share with you everything that is new here. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. And if you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you with us. So we're going to start out with one of the newer sections here. Now this is not brand new, but there are new items in this section. This is the Key West Shops, and this section was built about 2 to 3 years ago, maybe a little before that. The Hangout was the first thing to open over here, but now there are a lot of other things open. So we're going to show you the newest things in this section first, but then there are some exciting news. There's a huge construction project, brand new things coming in. Liberty is finally getting a new tenant, and there's also a brand new shop we have not shown you before. So we're going to cover all of that today. We did bring this to you and we even stepped inside in one of our videos, but this is very new, this iris gallery. That's where you can sort of get artwork made out of your own iris, which is pretty cool. And here's the new location for the Savannah Bee Company. Again, we showed the interior of that in a previous video. And then this is the location for the Starbucks here. It moved from its old location. And the Pineapple Hut's fairly new. That is soft serve. It's pineapple soft serve, and you can get it in a fun half of a pineapple, which is cool. Over here to the left is PopStroke. That is partially owned by Tiger Woods, and he designs the course layout. This is a putt or putting area. They've got 2 different courses here. They also have restaurant and bar. It's right across from the Hangout here. And the Hangout, by the way, in that amphitheater you see over there, I'll just give you a quick glimpse of that. They have free music in the summer and also in part of the spring, so definitely check that out if you are interested in that. And this is the new location for the Mulligan Golf Store. And then we've been bringing you information on this over to the left. This big building here is going to be something called Socks and Bottoms. They still are not open yet. We will let you know as soon as they open, and we'll show you what the inside looks like. But they are still making progress. Every time we look in the windows, they are making more and more progress. So they are moving along there. And then here is Pura Vida. That's been there for a while. That was one of the original shops in this section. So here we're back over to PopStroke again, so you get an idea of what that looks like. And I'll show you where to go to get to the entrance of PopStroke, or you can park over there. One nice thing about Broadway at the beach, you can park all the way around this whole place. So if you have mobility issues or you just don't want to walk that far, you do not have to walk all the way around, although it's fun to do. But you can just, here's the way to get to PopStroke if you want to. So there's what it looks like, and the entrance is right over there, but you can also park there if you're coming here exclusively to go to PopStroke. If you're finding this video helpful, please give it a like or a thumbs up. That helps other people find our videos, and we greatly appreciate that. Right next to the Hangout, we've got some breaking news. This is brand new. We come here about once a week, so we keep up pretty closely with what's going on here at Broadway at the beach. They are definitely doing some new construction. Let's go around the corner and take a closer look. We're up on the bridge now to take a closer look. We cannot say for sure what's happening, but we'll definitely keep you posted. But to us, it actually looks like this might be a staging area for something that they're doing right over here. So again, we'll keep you posted and let you know what is happening. It's hard to tell, that's a lot of pilings, but it kind of looks like they might be going to extend this whole area. So we'll definitely keep you posted and let you know about that. This season at the Broadway Theater, it is the Le Grand Cirque Adrenaline 2.0. So it's 2.0 this time. So that's definitely an entertaining show that you can check out, and they are selling tickets for that now. I know we've mentioned this 100 times, but I also don't know if all of you see all the videos. So just to mention again, we brought this to you last June. The Simpsons 4D Theater and the corresponding Quickie Mart have closed permanently, and no word on what's going in there yet. Also new, where they used to have heroes and villains, is Animeverse. This is a new location here. I'm not sure if it's just a rebranding of the same store or if this is a completely different store, but that is what it looks like on the inside, and that's a new name since the last video that we filmed. If you're not already following us on social media and you'd like to see more of Myrtle Beach more often, definitely give us a follow on Instagram. We're at Carmen and Brian on Instagram. You can also follow us on Facebook or Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it as well, the same thing. But we do post a lot of Insta stories on Instagram. So if you'd like to get short videos that come out, every few days, definitely give us a follow yellow on there. We showed you when they were working on this fountain, they have finished, and it is back and bigger than ever. It's really higher than it used to be, but also Speed XXL is back open. I know they don't look open now, but that's because it's before 11 a.m. We're here between 10 and 11 this morning. Broadway opens at 10, but the rides usually open at 11. Definitely check their calendar though, because it's not always 11. Here is the brand new store that we didn't even know was coming, Disney Gifts at the Beach. And if you guys know, we are huge Disney fans, so we are definitely excited to see this. Here is a peep inside, all kinds of Disney stuff all the way around. All right, that definitely was a new store because here's Hero and Villains down here. So the previous new store we showed you, that was definitely a new store. So that's pretty cool, getting all kinds of new stuff in. So let's come around here and look at the Old Liberty Tavern location. If you used to like Liberty Tavern, let us know. We actually did. We enjoyed it. We would sit out. They had seating out on the water. We brought to you, I think it was in our last video, that they've been leased to something called Big Fish, I believe. And I don't know if that's the actual name of the restaurant or if that's just the company that owns whatever restaurant's going in. So we will keep you posted on that. But we showed you before this was kind of open, and you could see that there's a bunch of appliances in here behind the screen. They're still sitting there. So it doesn't seem like they're making fast progress, but we can't see the inside. So it could be moving along faster than we realize. And there's the new Coastal Outfitters store. There's two Coastal Outfitters here, which is confusing, but they are not the same store. This is the newer store over here in this location. We get a lot of questions about good local places to eat. We like the Grumpy Monk. They have burgers, they have sushi, they also have some other stuff like Brian Gets Fried Seafood. It's not new or anything, and they have multiple locations here in the area, but they are locally owned. Here's the other section of rides they have here at Broadway at the Beach. This is the more kid-friendly or family-friendly section. We have a video with a ride on that Ferris wheel. If you ever want to find a video on our channel, all you have to do is search on YouTube for Carmen and Brian and Myrtle Beach, and then put in, for example, Ferris wheel, and that will come right up, and you can watch that video if you'd like to see what the actual ride and the view looks like. Also coming up on the left, we've got WonderWorks. That's this big upside down building. And we also have a video of that. We also have a video of a lot of things here. Restaurants here, Ripley's Aquarium, all kinds of stuff here at Broadway at the Beach. If you'd like to see detailed videos on any of those things, like I said, it's pretty easy to search. Just put in Carmen and Brian Myrtle Beach and then whatever topic or attraction that you would like to see. Also, if you're not that familiar with Broadway at the Beach, it is about 1.2 miles or so, give or take, from the actual beach. And so you can actually stay in this area if you like. If you'd like to be close to entertainment, there's a Hampton Inn here. There's also some hotels across the street. There's a Fairfield. We have a review of the Hampton and of the Fairfield that are here at Broadway. And it's not that far from the beach. So you can go spend your morning at the beach or whatever time of day you like. And then you can come here and hang out in the evening and just walk back to your hotel when you're done, which is really nice. Also, they do have these speedboat rides. I heard them earlier, so they are going. Well, actually right up here you can tell there's already people getting lined up for that. So that's fun if you're into it. It looks like they're starting, so let's take a look at that. There they go. So it's a fun speedboat ride. They go up and down the lake and do these sharp turns. Definitely a fun seeming experience. If you've done that, let us know in the comments below and let us know how you liked it. If you'd like to learn more about Broadway at the Beach and see a complete tour, we have that. Again, you can search for that on our channel. That actually came out pretty recently. We just filmed that, and we give you a complete tour of everything they have to offer here. It's a long video because this is a big place, and so you get to see everything. So if this taste is not enough for you, just check that video out. Again, search for Carmen and Brian, Myrtle Beach, Broadway at the Beach full tour, and that will come up. Here they are still working on the brickwork. I know I mentioned this a lot, but a lot of you have said you don't like walking on the bricks. I don't either, but that's the way they're going. They're switching a lot of the concrete for bricks, and it is sort of uncomfortable to walk on. I'm sure for some people it's fine, but I don't find it comfortable to walk on. So here is the big construction update, and I'll go ahead and have this scan for updates. I'll come up to that first so you can scan that yourself if you'd like to get more updates. But now we've got the opening 2026. That is new. The signage saying what is coming here is new. So we've been telling you that this is what this was gonna be, but now we have complete confirmation because there's an actual sign. So there you go. You can scan that if you'd like. Just freeze our video and scan it. But here we go. It is Old Smoky Tennessee Distillery and Yeehaw Beer. It's a brewery. So it is indeed coming here. So we now have final actual confirmation. Let's go up the bridge and take a look back because these walls are so high and get a better view of this. Here is a better view of this massive construction. So for those of you who haven't kept up with our other videos, or if you're new to our channel, this used to be the location of Johnny Rockets right here on the corner. And then they had the Key West Grill, which was a massive restaurant next to it. Plus they've also filled in some of the lake and made more land. So this is a huge, huge area. So this is going to be a massive venue. So I went ahead and clicked on that, scanned that link for you so that you don't have to unless you just want to. So the features include a beer garden, full service distillery, tasting rooms, guided tours, food and beverage offerings, and event spaces designed to host concerts, festivals, and private events. So sounds really amazing. We're excited to see that come. It's right here near the Avenue District here at Broadway at the beach. And here comes the boat again. There's nothing particularly new here, but we always have to call out the Avenue District. There's a lot of fun stuff that goes on down here. A lot of the entertainment for nighttime is here. So you got a dueling piano bar. You've got Dave and Buster's at the very end, down at the end. You've got the Wonders Magic Theater. We've got a couple of his shows filmed that he is amazing. It's the Charles Bach Wonders Theater. There's also a Wahlburgers, a Hard Rock, all kinds of stuff down on that end. And also there's a Voodoo Brewing Company restaurant and bar, and we have a video of that. Also got multiple videos of the Dave and Buster's at the end, as well as their restaurant. So you can check those out on our channel if you're interested. Here's a little bit more of the construction from the other side. So this is how far down it comes. It's all the way down to the playground here. And some of you have asked, yes, the playground, it has reopened. There's kids on it right now, so it is back open. Right across the water there is Ripley's Aquarium. It's massive. We definitely recommend it. We have an annual pass there. Like I said, we have a full-length tour of Ripley's Aquarium on our channel if you're interested. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.